Hey everybody, it's me, Russ. Welcome to the channel. I'm in West Seattle on, what is this? The second day of 2025. Gonna head into Easy Street Records, maybe get some lunch. I've got some time for the next task and maybe buy my first record at 2025. Why not, right? Oh yes, West Seattle. During the holidays. Just past the holidays? I don't know. 12 days of Christmas goes till January 5th, so just saying. All right, 2 hour minimum. Back in the van. And yep, it's my first purchase of 2025, and it's a good one. Tell you what, I will share that in the next video. Decided not to eat at Easy Street because it was a little busy, you know, and I'm kind of on a schedule. I'm back to work, hitting the ground running in 2025, as they say. This is just my own world view through my windshield from this set of eyeballs. For whoever, you know, some of this is for my own looking back, and it's also for me looking forward. And I find creativity and art, whatever this YouTube channel is, I've heard it said that creativity puts energy out, brings energy out of you, puts it out in the world. It's a non-sucking kind of energy. A lot of us need energy just to get by. You know what I'm saying? Like, just help me muster up enough energy to get through another day. Like, I've had that. I've been there. Sometimes I'm there frequently. But I also believe that living life, a lot of that's just a conscious choice, you know? It really is. And so for me, rolling on in this life, I consider myself a realistic optimist, for whatever that means. It's like my own personal philosophy. In this uncertain, fragile, you know, less predictable than we think world, you know? It's also beautifully, wonderfully fucked up, you know, in a lot of weird ways. Like looking through a mosaic of broken pieces and functional pieces. Yeah, there's some of those in there. And there's, you know, there's beauty in the cracks of all of that. This mosaic of the past moving forward in time. The present moment is one of those things that escapes us a lot of times. It does for me. Trying to be more mindful of present moments, because that's where life really exists, is in present moments. We plan for the future, and we, you know, are hopeful about what's gonna happen and what we're gonna do, but having more, again, just more hopeful, rational place in my own psyche for interactions. Being present is difficult for me, and I'm still working on that. Just being present in the present moment. I don't need your advice on some of that. I'm not out to give advice here. It's just realizing I'm alive, moving forward. This point in my life, I'm 56. I'll be 57 this year. Growing older with grace, you know. Again, rationale, a smattering of faith. You know, that's all you need, is a smattering of faith in uncertain. It's not just uncertain times. When did we ever have certain times? That's another thing to kind of be sober about. I'm not trying to be like positive or negative so much as rationally sober about our existence at not just this time in history, but, you know, moving forward in one's own personal life. Behind your set of eyeballs, behind my set of eyeballs, I'm just gonna keep rolling along, man. And again, speaking this out loud also releases a little energy to keep it in a mindful type of space in my heart, you know? That metaphor for this thing that pumps life throughout, from center out to the tips of my fingers, to the tips of my toes, and the tiny little, sometimes burnt receptacles of my cranium in here. Mindfully hopeful about the future. The uncertain, fragile future. Life is so freaking fragile, and people just having a good dose of faith in uncertainty, for me, has been incredibly helpful. Not necessarily a faith in a certain religion or something like that, but faith in, I guess, higher power could be a part of it. That I'm not, my ego isn't got it all together, and my ego is constantly trying to survive and take the freaking wheel, and just tends to mess things up more than anything. Stepping out of my egocentric self is a lesson in uncertainty, right? There's no such thing as concrete certainty. Every new generation is stepping out into the world and working to renew it, redefine it, hopefully refresh it. And that's the way I see things in 2025. Here, sitting behind the wheel of my 1998 Chrysler Town and Country Burgundy, with an ambulance coming up behind me in downtown Seattle, wishing you and yours the best, hopeful, soberly uncertain life and future moving forward. Russ Shaw loves you. To steal a line from another YouTuber there. Peace. Love you all.